Hey, welcome in. We're listening into the Say What show while drawing, doing a little bit of digital drawing at the same time. The show's already started, so I'm going to listen to that. If you want to chat, send us a message, although it's probably, I'm not going to be talking too much because I'm going to be listening in. So here we go.
Refresh here.
I think it was Friday.
Okay, Friday we had the pledge launch. If you guys don't know about Abstract Chain, by the way, the chain over being created over there by the Pudgy Penguins, they still have openings for a couple different NFT. Well, actually, like 30 different NFT collections, and potentially you can get an airdrop from this chain. You have to join the Discord. You have to actually get the role. So I'll dive into that here in a second. There's a couple other things I want to hit up front, but. Biggie, dude, tell me about your weekend, man. Did anything else pop off on the crypto side of things? I can't wait to have the plunge discussion, by the way.
Yeah, me neither, man. I think, dude. Other than that, no, I didn't play too much with crypto. It was we're front running Mrs. Poppin's birthday, which is day after tomorrow, and so basically, did the hot sprint thing, went to go get dinner, and just kept abreast of things here, through the socials. But yeah, Pengu and Pledge are two things that I want to get into, especially because I feel like their approach to distribution is very unique, and it's something that you want to see. And yeah, definitely, I will not be, if you are eligible, you should be getting your slice of the pie with, this Pengu drop. I don't know what you're thinking, but
yes.
We'll get into it post haste. Really interesting projects. With that, let's go, man. Step on the gas.
So the Pengu drop is happening. We actually got more information on that. So it is going to be a kind of claim if you have the NFT. So I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a mad rush to claim this Pengu, and then potentially a dip there in the Pudgy little Pengus, in the rods, I believe. Those are the three collections for the Pengu drop. The Abstract Chain is going to have its own token. So, dude, Luca is absolutely, pedal to the metal right now. We had some guys actually probably meet him in Miami, so we're going to have this discussion here. But, yeah, I'll get the info on the Abstract Chain, because this is a whole different thing than Pengu as well. Pudgies and little Pudgies are still running here. I think little Pudgies were at 2.5 the last time I checked, so that's a heater for them. There's a couple pieces. I think maybe we hit the Miami stuff right up front. The market is kind of pulling back here. We did see, there's a 10-15% dip here in some, major altcoins. So, this was not unexpected. I think that's the combo we were having over the last 3 weeks is, okay, it's alt season. We're hitting all-time highs on Bitcoin. We're then hitting all-time highs on Ethereum. And so, set the timer or what have you. A lot of people calling for different innings and all that stuff. But I think we all kind of expected, look, this isn't just going to be up and to the right forever. There is going to be, 1-2 dips here. And, eventually we will continue on into alt season. So, Biggie, when you looked at the chart or you looked at kind of the market here over the last 24, 48 hours, did what was your reaction to seeing that amount of red?
I was expecting it. Honestly, we've been saying it all month, Q. There will be sell-offs this month. Whatever reason you may have, can be the macro, can be just tax loss harvesting. Yes, it is. It's a big component of it, and yeah, you're just gonna see it. I don't know, like I'm not fazed by it at all. Seeing the interactions and the things that were going on in Miami just made me even more bullish, right? You had some, dude, Michael Saylor. I don't know if you saw that one. The picture of a Luca with Michael Saylor was pretty epic. I was like, okay, what is this guy going to start picking up Pudgies now as well for the fund? But anyways, it was to be expected. I think overall, though, in spite of the mishaps with the Villa, the Magic Eden Villa, or what have you, overall, from what I gathered, Miami as a whole, in terms of Web3 and crypto, went off really well. People had a great time, and so yeah, man, I'm just eager to get to 2025 now, man. To be honest.
Yeah, it does feel like overall we're going to see. Oh, sorry on that mute. We're going to see some movement. Again, I'm with you guys here. Everyone thinking I'm throwing, water on this raging fire here. I would love nothing more than us to be still in the second or third inning. That would be phenomenal. I still think we're pretty early on, or kind of middle range. So, yeah, man, it was interesting to see the pullback when we did. Who knows why the market moves in that such direction. But, Michael Saylor was on as well, buying some more BTC. He was on, I believe, the Davey Day Trader stuff at Barstool. So, there's still really cool macro things happening across the scene. I don't think anybody's expecting, this is the end. Biggie, let me get you your co-host here. Boom. And let's bring in some individuals who were in Miami. Let's absolutely get after this talk. We have a huge episode today, a lot to get to. Appreciate you guys joining us. By the way, I'm going to get to some of these comments here. That's the easiest way to support us. Hop into the comment section, drop a GM, drop a topic, drop anything you would like in there besides, you know what, don't drop that stuff. We're good on that. But appreciate you guys joining us early to start your week on a Monday. Let's go to Roy Lopez and let's bring him in. My man is freshly tatted, lost an eyebrow.
I saw that
dude in Miami, bro. So let's get to
lost an eyebrow but got a tat. Well done.
Yeah, lost an eyebrow, gained a tattoo. It was really dope. Meeting everybody and hanging out. The most fun that I had personally was just like at our Airbnb chilling. And the Fuckers D-Gods basketball event was pretty sick. But yeah, Magic Eden Villa kind of shit on our plans and kind of fucked a lot of shit up for us. Yeah, it bums me out, but I feel like we made the most of it. But yeah, I don't know what spin people are putting on this already, but it was a shit show, dude. Like the Magic Eden Villa was like bad call, bad planning, poorly executed from the start, and it definitely affected our time. But we still had fun. So yeah, but I'm sure we'll get more into it. Wait till you get a cat, bro. They were very disrespectful to us from the moment we walked in. They like dumped Cap shit all over the place. And so, yeah, but, yeah, we're here.
Please tell me we're not doing. I'm pretty sure we're not doing a bit here, but the Nick O'Neal shit was fucking cringe, dude. And I kind of liked that dude back in the day, but some of the shit he's doing. So I'm just being a hater a little bit, but I'm assuming this isn't some type of Nick O'Neal, like, this happened, but it didn't happen. I'm thinking this actually took place. Guys, I don't even know how to have this conversation because we have so many folks up here on stage that were there. I feel like going one by one is going to be tough. So I'm going to open up the Miami discussion here. I do want to intro you guys, but know that this is just I feel like a combo that's going to be all over the place. I think for us that didn't attend, we just want to know what actually went down from the ground floor. So let's have.
You want me to give you like our experience?
Yes. Go ahead.
So I'll start with Thursday when we got here, right? We all kind of met up at the Pudgy event. It was like crazy, like surreal, meeting everybody. There was a lot of cool people there that we got to, rub shoulders with. Easily the coolest way to kick off Miami. We were super stoked after that party. And then next day, Friday, we didn't really have a ton to do other than like get shit for the Airbnb and then like go to the D-Gods.
Hey, Silenthex.
Make a fuckload of content, say what's up to the D-Gods home.
Yeah, just drawing some cats. So I'm doing the activity pack for cats.
Canceled, right? So immediately we're like, what the fuck? Why is
so yeah, just filling it with loads of cats.
Canceled. And
Corp cats. Maybe that's going to come next.
There's like 20 of us at the fucking Airbnb, and we're like, what do we do? And we rolled up to KB's from Monad, like the Monad Spaces chick, to her Airbnb, and she was like hella welcoming to us. They were very cool. It was a good ass time. But that's what we had to do because we couldn't go to the D-Gods event. And then Saturday morning, we get up early, fucking go to the basketball thing. Basketball thing was sick. But we kind of
wait. What was the score here and who balled out? Like who? Because we had it all over the place. Guys were getting added to the roster that didn't even probably know how to play ball. Like, tell me what happened here.
The D-Gods dudes went hard as fuck. I didn't play. I was just handing out a lot of T-shirts and saying what's up to people. But the people that played said that the D-Gods dudes were went hard as fuck. Were very competitive. And they kind of beat the shit out of the Say homies. But hey, is what it is. I honestly think it would have been a little bit cooler had we been able to party with the dudes the night before, say what's up, build a little bit more of a rapport with them. But hey, I still think it was sick. But yeah, fuckers lost.
I just want to jump in and say BK is a fucking baller. On the stream, they were referring to him as ice in his veins.
Are you talking? I can't hear you if you are.
Yeah, no futuristic is talking about. So you might have to jump back in, but keep going, no future.
Yeah, so BK, I was one of the captains for the fucker squad, and I'll admit it, we went through a process where we wanted to build one super team. So we had Mike McCoy pick some of the best players, and then the rest of us pick players that more fun play stuff. So I had Trey on my team, a guy, I think his name was Jeff, and then D Engineer. I scored a lot. There was one game where we took the team that made it to the semifinals right to the edge and scored 10 points, but BK was cooking. There's a stream where they kept referring to him as ice in his veins, and then I had one big shot that all the fuckers got to see. It was great. Over the biggest guy in the fucking court, I hit a 3 over him, and then was fuck your height, and they mentioned it on the stream, so I'm gonna cut that out later. It was a vibe. The basketball game was fun, but the D-Gods players a lot of them were there last year, and there's a lot of dirty play. A lot of very aggressive play where people are it's a competitive thing, but they're acting like they're playing for the fucking NCAA championship. And then the refs were atrocious. We had 2 refs. On one side, the guy's not calling any calls. On the other side, he seems to only call calls on the fuckers and not on the D-Gods. I actually yelled at the ref at some point, and then he started playing a little nicer. But it was fun. I played every minute for my team. Old man, no future, managed to ball out the whole time, and I scored a bunch of buckets. So it was
How high were the shorts?
They were above the knee. I had to go above the knee.
I don't think I've put the clowns one out yet, have I, mate? I will do it.
The sweatiest person on the court. I'm sure the rest of them can confirm this.
I think the problem is clowns is number 16. And I've only uploaded the first 5, and I don't want to upload one every day. I've got to kind of spread it out a little bit. But I will get the clowns one out in the Discord.
It looks like we are full. We are trying to also talk about Miami, so I don't mean to do this. I'm not trying to kick anybody off, but if we do have guys that want to get in a quick word before we talk on this Miami piece and maybe weren't there, we're just trying to get the full picture. Cap, let's go to you, sir. You definitely had the most viral moment of the weekend, sir. For many things. Okay, so I saw you in the 7-Eleven, but I also saw you on the live stream, on No Futuristic's live stream. So this is going to be interesting. I can't wait to get to Cap here, who seems to also have added himself a tattoo. So big shout out to Cap. What's up, GM, sir?
Yeah, what up, fucker?
GM Cap, what's up, man?
GM Biggie, GM Nifty. Yeah, dude, final day in Miami right now. We just started off the day with a little Cuban breakfast, some culotta, coffees. Yeah, dude, Miami, what can I say, dude? What can I say? Fat asses all around, dude. Walking down the street, yelling "you're," trying to get them to fucking, do the mating call ritual type thing, dude. Other than that, though, like Roy said, pudgy event when we touched down, bad ass, dude. We're a split decision between, fucking going to the D-Gods event or going to maybe the Pizza Dow or stuff that the goons were doing at the Gates Hotel, and just where we were like, dude, fucking Magic Eden D-Gods party, let's fucking go. And the first Magic Eden party I went to was fucking crazy, dude. It didn't even happen. So that was fucking wild. Then, next day, Saturday, all right, reset. Get there early for the D-Gods fuckers game. Pretty fucking sick, dude. Overall, it was kind of wild because every D-God player was 1.5 feet taller than every fucker player. Felt a little set up. Felt a little bit played on that one. And Mike was just like, listen, I'm going to pick the best team. You guys just pick your fucking friends and don't pick any other fucking player you think can play fucking basketball because I'm going to pick the winning team. And I was like, all right, Mike, whatever. I ended up putting 2 black guys on my team because I thought that might help. We did horribly. I sprained my wrist. Not my wrist, but my Achilles tendon within inside of 5 minutes of playing basketball because I was dedicated to the cause. I was outperforming my Achilles tendon. It could not keep up with me, and that is unfortunate for my Achilles. Other than that, dude, we did not win the tournament, but it was good sportsmanship, getting the communities together, having some fun, networking, right? I onboarded some fuckers, gave them some stickers, gave them some shirts, some swag.
Mushroom drawing the snail, I think you put on the mushroom looked great.
Night, gearing up
nice
for the
work.
night eating party. I got to meet some cool people, right? Like, don't get me wrong. The people that did make it, that is what was fun about it, right? Like, Magic Eden, like, the event was a failure. Like, just flat out. It was a failure. There was, like, Polygon people all still there. There was maybe, like, 10 Say people and a bunch more Say people that couldn't even get into event. The event coordinator, she's a fucking bitch. Bird dogging me since I got there. We set on foot property, and within inside of 0.2 seconds, she was telling us to shut the fuck up and go inside and that we had to be quiet. Kind of lame, dude. And then at some point when the cops got there, we had to hide like all the alcohol behind the bar. They had to stop serving drinks. Felt like we were at a high school party. And they did that for about 45, 50 fucking minutes. On top of that, I'm chilling doing a stream on the fucking video thing last night, and I guess like Vo needed another bag, and so she dumped my bag out with all of my merchandise and my $500 camera out, even though it was right next to my backpack. But apparently that was an accident. There were no Polygon bags, even though later I found a whole box filled with gold Polygon bags and all the Polygon merch that the Polygon guy showed me and was like, I don't know why they were tripping out on you. At the end of the day, though, you know, we were leaving. We were told we had to get an Uber 2 houses down from the Magic Eden. Bitch popped out, told us, yelled at us, you have to keep on walking. Don't stop here yet. Keep walking. And at that point, dude, she was harassing me, the fuckers team, the S3 team, and I wasn't going to have it. I lit that bitch up. We're now on public streets, bitch. It's fair game. You're a cunt. You don't know how to communicate with people. You throw Web3 events for a living, and you don't know how to communicate and talk to people on a basic human decent level. Magic Eden needs to fire that bitch for fucking one. I hope I never see her again. She's giving people crazy eyes. She took a photograph of me. She pulled her phone out after I called her a cunt. Was all like, this is going on social media. And I was like, bitch, please send the floor price of fuckers higher, right? Like, my community's going to get off on this shit. You're a dumb cunt. You don't know how to talk to people. Learn some fucking basic human decency. But yeah, that was the event. And then, Bo tried to gaslight me again in DM saying like, oh, it was a little bit of a hiccup. I was like, hiccup, bro? That event was a shit show. You and I both know that. And if
the YouTube version of this video, I'm going to have to get the bleep machine working.
Take accountability, apologize for it being a shitty event, and don't try to like blame it off on like, oh, like cops and all this other stuff. No, you can have a failed event, but that doesn't mean you get to treat people shitty. Other than that, dude, best time I had hanging out at the Airbnb with all the real motherfuckers that showed up from Greenity, Nev, Donnie, all the S3 team fuckers, Grill, Lot. Like, this was fucking spectacular for the vibes, for the relationships, for the building of friendships, and I can't wait for the next one. Yeah.
Yo, I'll jump in very quickly and say the thing with Cap and this person, I was shooting a video like moments before this, I guess, of Frank D. God's Easy Eats. Like, there were a bunch of people playing poker in the they were like, yo, you want to join poker game? It's $2,000. I was like, I'm good. But I was shooting a video, and at the moment that I was like, yeah, we got these DJs playing poker, this person came in and mentioned that Cap called him a cunt, and I was like, oh, can't post that video. So I do have a video of like the aftermath of that.
Can I get that? Can you DM
send that? Yeah, send that to everybody.
I can't do that.
It is what?
It is funny.
Yeah, you can. You totally can.
You totally sound like an NDA or something. What's happening here?
No, I thought you were an independent journalist, bro. You were telling me that people can't lock you up on deals when you film media and content. That you just be out here shooting it independently for yourself, for the community. Come on, dude. Send me the vid.
All right, I might have to send it to Cap, but I'll accept the backlash.
You know you want the backlash. You
also,
I kind of do.
Cap, you got to send him a tip though. You got there has to be some type of like a fucker tip or something like that.
I'll give you a fucker. You send me that video, raw, unedited footage, dude. I'll just give you a fucker. Oh, fucking.
All right, there's a lot to break down here, Biggie Pops. I don't want to feel like I'm jumping into. Please
No.
Whenever, sir. Oh, go ahead. This is yours.
No, there is no grenade to be jumped on. I am still taking in information. And I think we should continue to do so. What the fuck are we going to have to say other than, that sounds real crappy? Sorry.
So
you have to go through it.
This made, like, I don't want to say, it didn't make national news, like, please relax when I say that, but it, like, made, I saw a couple posts where it was like, yeah, like, people knew in advance, apparently, that these parties were going to take place, and therefore, like, right when the parties started to pop off, there started to be, like, obviously a response, and they had to shut it down. Like, I gotta find that article here, but it was posted, like, a week before the party. A lot happening up here. So we're going to make our way through it, but who better to bring in right now than our good friend Johnny? Can't wait for this. The yin to the yang.
GM Johnny.
Hey, GM.
Another day, another dollar, sir.
Yeah, man. Love it. Really, really super grateful to be on the space talking about this. Look, I do have a meeting. I'm going to try to push it back. But yeah, look, I'll start out by saying this. I was not in Miami, was not at Art Basel. Had IRL things to handle. So not privy to the situation whatsoever. Complete transparency. Not privy at all. So I'm not going to speak on it like I know, right? That's pretty BS if I sit here and speak on it like I know. You know, I don't know what happened with cat fuckers. I don't know what happened on either side, right? It's all he said, she said, whatever. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I know. What I will say, and I'll be very forthcoming about this, is we definitely ran into a fair share of issues around permits and things of that nature, which is unfortunate. And yeah, we can retro that all day, and we will. But at the end of the day, what I came up here to say personally from my side, and I've been calling people all morning since 8 a.m. talking about this, so it's great. It's really what I want to do this week. But what I've been saying all morning, and I'll say here publicly, is myself personally, you know, I at 1:30 in the morning, you know, talked to Roy. I talked to Cap after everything happened at 1:30 in the morning on my weekend to try to understand what happened. And I don't say this as like, feel bad for Johnny. No, I say that as I care about people. I care about the people on say. I care about the people that aren't on say. For me, there's two things to be extremely clear on. The first is, in order for me to be able to conduct business, which I do be doing, I need to have good relationships, and I need my partners to feel like they value, to feel like they matter. And if that didn't happen, I want to, A, apologize, and B, you know, make them understand that they matter to me, right? And the second thing is, you know, mistakes happen, things of that nature happen, and it's unfortunate. But yeah, the biggest thing is, you know, from my point of view, I sadly was not at the event. I will say this. If there's any events in the future, you know, thanks to all this shit, I now cannot miss them, which is I guess great for everybody but me, considering, you know, I have a wife and family things to deal with now. So great. But you know, hey, I'll be there in the future to make
ask
sure.
For that raise, Johnny. If you gotta be at every event, you better ask for that fucking raise.
Well, dude, look, at the end of the day, it's not that they're telling me I have to, but I'm going to make sure that my partners and the community members of which the ecosystems that we're trying to build on and better feel valued. And I'm not going to sit here and give a bullshit answer of me knowing what happened, knowing what didn't happen. I'm not that type of fucking guy. And I think we all are very fucking clear of that. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what happened. But what I will say is, I am sorry that it was not a overwhelmingly positive experience. I wish it would have been. But what I can say is I fucking value the SAY community. I value the SAY team. I value the Polygon team. I value the Polygon community. I value the content creators within that, the project founders within that. And, you know, it may not have seemed like it, but I promise you the Magic Eden team does feel that same way as well as a company ethos deep down. So it's unfortunate what happened. I don't understand what happened. I don't know what happened. But regardless, people feel this way, and that's unfortunate. And I'm sorry to hear that. But say matters to me. I'm going to continue to do my side from the Magic Eden department, the Magic Eden realm, to make say flourish with all ways that I can, and try to rectify situations and make things better, and continue to build on this ecosystem. If there's one thing you guys fucking should know about me, if you don't, I fucking love shit like this. I enjoy adversity. So it's cool. This is fun. We're gonna work through it. We're gonna be better, and as part of the company ethos that we have is to be 1% better each day. That's obviously something I strive to do, and I also strive for my teammates to do. So again, I'm not gonna sit up here and give you guys a political answer of, hey, this happened, this didn't, whatever. I don't know, and I would never be a mouthpiece to speak on situations that I'm not privy on or were there for. At the end of the day, I wasn't there, so I can't give you a direct, answer, with objective facts. But what I will say is, the say community matters, the say founders matter, the say content creators matter, and that's really my take. That's all I wanted to say. I really do need to go to my meeting, and everybody continue to speak about the situation. Everybody has the right to do so. But I did just want to come up here and, objectively say the state community matters. I'm sorry people didn't have a great time. And we'll learn from it. We'll be 1% better. And yeah, I hope that we continue building and kind of, just move on and fucking grow. That's my take. So, yeah.
Appreciate you, Johnny.
Let me just chime in here too and say that Johnny's a Chad for fucking responding to our DMs and taking a call with us at 1:30 in the fucking morning, and immediately he was like, at the end of the day, you shouldn't go there and not feel appreciated, so I'm sorry for that. But it's also it's on the fucking say team too. I'm sorry, bro. Tommy lives in Miami. I didn't see him once. Philip showed up late to the fuckers D-God thing. Philip showed up to the Magic Eden Villa. You also didn't go and make sure that this shit was gonna be good, and it was, granted, it was hard to get there, but bro, this was supposed to be the fucking main event of Art Basel, and it was a shit show, and there's a lot of people at fault for that. I know that the city of Miami was being dicks too, which that sucks, bro. It sucks for Magic Eden to put on this event, and then the city of Miami is working against you the entire time, but shit happens. It doesn't give you the right to just treat people like shit. And that's honestly what we got while we were there. So,
Yeah. Whatever they're paying Johnny at Magic Eden for what he just kind of laid out for us, you guys aren't paying the motherfucker enough. And honestly, Roy,
100%.
You're bringing in a couple different things, right? Because there was a whole nother group that probably had an even worse time because they didn't even get to go into the party. Right?
You had people flying from fucking Europe, and they didn't even get to go to the Say event, bro. What the fuck, dude? This dude Greedy flew from Austria. Fucking Nev flew from UK. They flew overseas, bro. They should have been at the event. What the fuck?
And they spent half of the day painting a fucking door yellow, right? That they never were able to display or show up with, from what I gathered. Which,
bro, Philip called us 2 weeks before this fucking trip and said, "Hey, S3, hey fuckers, hey crossover, hey all these communities that are going down there. Do you guys want to do something at the Magic Eden Villa and make it cool?" It's well, you gave us 2 weeks.
Weren't you
so
maybe for it 3 months ago?
Yes, bro. Yes, dude. And you know what? The event that we pitched to say was part of the Pudgy event. It would have been one of the coolest events down here, but they didn't go with what we wanted. So yeah, just shit show all around. But dude, even if we did try to get stuff in there to do a really cool activation, it would have been a pain in the ass. I couldn't imagine rolling up with stuff. They weren't even gonna let Donnie in. So yeah, just lame.
I like No Futuristic. You're unmiked, but I can't hear anything, so I don't know if you're trying to speak or not. But this is one of the reasons I like hosting events in larger, what can I say, less packed or just more space. You talk about an area like Vegas, right, where you don't have to have the NYC situation where everything costs $1 billion to get everywhere, and oh, by the way, you can't walk to anywhere. you have to take an Uber. You guys were almost forced. You're telling me to take an Uber 2 blocks? Like, this is the type of stuff that's weird. I don't. Again, this isn't about me. I wasn't there, so I want to hear more from the folks that were there.
No, but obviously logistics is a big component of being an event coordinator, and it looks like logistics were completely absent, which I don't understand how you can be an event coordinator and not take into account logistics. Like, if you need permits, if you know, like a city like Miami can get, very rowdy, especially during Art Basel, like, you should know and guard against all of those things. Get the right permits, make sure you have like everything in order so that nothing can fuck up your event. You don't need to be an event coordinator to know those things, right? I've been privy to others, events, both good and bad. And it just sucks that, because I'm sure Magic Eden paid handsomely for that villa and for everything that they were hosting. Same for the Say Foundation, and what you're trying to do in these events is get this community and others like it to network, to find synergies, to have a place and time to be together after years of being, just getting to know each other digitally. And it sucks that all of that went to waste. And not only that, it wasn't provided, and it left people with a bad taste in their mouth, man. Man. I don't know, but somebody needs to get talked to there.
Man, I don't want to. Let's just go to somebody else. Chris,
Go to
you
me!
were down in Miami. I would love to have you come in here and tell me about your experience here,
I came
GM.
downstairs. I was filming for like 3 days, multiple different events.
Yeah, you're getting the music. Pretend like you never played the music.
Sorry, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm actually cooking right now on all the post thing edits.
Go.
But I will say this. I've wanted to meet Cap for so long, right? And I'm shooting, this is now the 3rd or 4th event I shot in a row, like day after day after day, like 7-8 hours just walking around, pushing record and blah, 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 and all these cameras. I walk downstairs. I hear this guy's voice. I see this fucker Cap. I go, yes. I'm all excited, and I give him a big ass hug. It's all good. Immediately got yelled at. I was like, no, that's crazy. It's like, there's cops, there's this now. I'm like, I don't fucking know what's happening. I've been filming upstairs for like a decade, and now I'm here, and I see somebody I've never seen in person. I want to fucking hug this man and yell about it. And I did. And
That does sound like a high school party. Jesus.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, isn't that a normal thing? You want to say what's up? You want to be loud and party? It's a party, right?
100%.
Like, I don't know.
So here's the thing, though, for me, like, I got paid a bunch of money to go have fun and make a ton of content. Like, I'm not mad at any of it. It sucks that, like, a lot of shit was sideways, but, like, I don't care if I get yelled at when I'm there getting done what I need to get done. My big critique on a lot of this stuff is that, like, go there and they don't get their fucking work done. Like, I'm there to work. I've never been to an event. I've never been to an event to hang out. Not a single fucking one. So, like, it's a little different. I have a little bit of a different lens for this. This is the shit that I'm here for. And I don't, like, go around and, like, I stayed at one spot and saw everybody I wanted to see. Well, almost everybody I wanted to see. And it was chaotic. And, like, people were on buses all day and shit. But, like, I stayed the fuck put and got done so much work. Like, I cooked nonstop and, like, I don't really have anything to complain about. It was just, I got to see everybody. It was fucking dope. So, that's all.
I actually like the contrasting viewpoints, man. It sounds like, did you get there early?
So, truth be told, you know how there's all this chaos about that spot, right? The first day I was there, I filmed and couldn't upload stuff to the internet to my editor, who was I was paying him $500 a day to wait and not do anything else, to wait for my files. Bro couldn't get the files because the internet was so bad. So when everybody was getting kicked out the first day and, like, literally being shooed off the property, I walked up to Jen and was just like, is it cool if I stay? I'm uploading files upstairs with all my fucking $15,000 of gear that's chilling. And she's like, yeah, you're good. Like, you're fine. So, like,
and she was stressed the fuck out. But she was like, "Honey, you're fine. You do whatever. Your family." I slept in the master bedroom at the mansion, bro. Like that whole fucking. Oh my god, this place is crazy. Yeah, I fucking sat there and uploaded files till 7 a.m. on the master bed. Like I had a great fucking time. So contrasting point, hell yeah, it was great, and they were dealing with all this chaos. I don't want to know that my boy got yelled at. I don't want to know that my girl got yelled at. But I'm like, if my boy and my girl need to fucking yell at each other, let's fucking go, dude. I'm here for it because I got my shit done, and I slept on a master bedroom in a fucking big ass mansion. Like, this shit was great for me. I had a blast.
Man, it sounds like Chris D filmed a reality television show. If you want to be, honest about it. If you were just there the whole time filming everything that was happening, I'd watch that. I'd probably pay to watch that. D-Junior, go ahead, sir. GM, what's going on?
I'll forego the music so you can just go straight into it. What's up, D-Engineer?
Nothing much. So, like, massive flowers for Dog Wiz and Credo. The cutouts, so I got myself yelled at as well. I saw the cutouts. I came downstairs after helping No Future set up, and I saw the cutouts, and I went, yeah! And Jen was coming around the corner, and I got yelled at immediately. And I was like, oh, okay, yes, I'll be quiet. But the cutouts, the skateboards, everything that was there was freaking amazing that, like, Dog was bringing in for the community. It is unfortunate that a lot of the community could not participate and enjoy it as well. It really sucks. And, like, I'm not ignoring Roy. Roy and them also made some dope shirts. I absolutely love the shirts. If anybody wants to see what the shirts look like, there's a video up top. The fucker shirts, the pink fucker shirts, absolutely fly. So whoever did that cap, those are absolutely dope as well. But, like, whoever made it in, it was awesome to hang out and chill with and have a, like, relaxing session and drink with them. It absolutely sucked how everything unfolded, and I felt for the community. I was there with No Food early because we were doing the stream and stuff like that, making sure we were ready to boogie. But it was great to have community members like Spicy, Cuban, Cap, Roy, Mike, everybody just coming up and like trying to get them to funnel through the stream, so at least we can way. So shout outs to the individuals that fucking made it and made whatever we could scrape together better and enjoyable for those that were there.
DJ, I appreciate you bringing this in, man, because the flowers for the people that got on the ground to make this happen, and we haven't even seen a lot of the content that's going to come out, right? Dog Wiz, Chris D, like all these guys are going to have some really dope content. No Futuristic was coming from the actual villa live. We got to see, and hear from a lot of people. So, dude, all the flowers. Like, if we could just spend the whole fucking episode talking about y'all, that would be 100% what I would want to do. Also, shout out to the homies that are listening to us in a fucking Miami parking lot right now. Shout out to you guys. I'm with Roy.
Yeah.
I'm with fucking Roy.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you love to hear it. They talked about this shit 3 months in advance. Like, that's my only thing. From this, can we please go forward and be a little bit more professional about this stuff? Because you had community members, including, I believe me and Biggie Poppins were saying some things too. Although, Roy, you guys were saying, hey, we are going to Miami. Me and Biggie were like, hey, we should, we could potentially do something in Marfa. We could potentially do something in a couple different events here. Like, let's get ahead of this stuff and actually, be able to not feel like we're fucking scrambling here. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, bro, we're gonna plan our own event for NFT NYC. That way, if it goes wrong, it's on us, and it probably won't go wrong. Yeah. But also, shout out to Ed G, bro. I see he's up here, dude. It was great to meet you, man. And I think it's dope that you fucking pulled up.
Man,
Hey, G, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, absolutely. It was a great time. Again, not everything went as planned. I understand like the whole event on Saturday night was to be a big wow with Magic Eden and say it didn't go as planned, but again, I got a good opportunity to meet a lot of folks. I met Roy, I met BK, I met Chris, I met the engineer. Who else did I meet? I meet Dog Wiz in person as well. Who else? A Spicy Cuban. Who I was talking to. Yeah, everyone I met, and the list goes on and on. I think another thing we have to think about is, the Villa situation. We just gotta leave it behind. I guess we just gotta learn from the mistake. We look forward. How do we improve on that? Whether it's Magic Eden doing an event, or like Roy is saying, S3 doing an event with fuckers. It's just moving on from that. I also met Captain, by the way. Big shout out for that. But I think it's also about the social gathering, right? The ability of everyone to be able to meet in person and whatnot. Yesterday, I also had the opportunity to go out to the game with Nev, Nate, Grinity, Phillips, Shisho. So that was also a good time. We watched a good basketball game yesterday with the Heat, and was able to meet up with them and whatnot.
That's awesome, man. Shout out to Shisho too. From what I heard, he pulled some really good. He made some really good moves, dude. When other people were kind of having a hard time, like from what I understood, though, he came up and coordinated with some of these community members, took them out to dinner. Just made sure that they were able to salvage a good time, in spite of what they had to go through. That's fucking awesome, dude. I just want to say, dude, shout out to Shisho.
No, double down shout out to Shisho, being the Miami local that came through for everybody that pulled up, made sure to touch bases with everybody from Say that came through if he could, man. He hooked it up with weed. He hooked it up with tacos. He hooked it up with Specs tokens, giving away shit out, man. I mean, this dude threw down from his personal finances, dude, to make sure motherfuckers had a good time. Like, legend.
Man. Yeah, Shisho did that. Shisho did that while Say team members that live in Miami couldn't even pull up early to their own event, bro. It's honestly like massive disappointment, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't like to get on my high horse, but at the same time, it's like, bro, if there's an event in the Northeast, like I drive 3-4 hours and get there to say what's up to S3 community members, Say community members in general. Like, and I'm not like on the fucking salary at the foundation. Like, if we come to your city, bro, the least you could do is like make a fucking appearance, bro.
I'm just look. You guys can hear that I've been holding my tongue up here for at least the last 30 minutes. Like, I just want there to be action that is followed through on if you're going to speak a big game on X. Like that's my only thing about this that I'm hearing. Like, if you're going to talk about the Say community all fucking day and all night on X, and that we're the most important, and by the way, Say actually does have this really unique and interesting community. I know that's weird coming from someone that's hosting a show here that sounds like I'm fucking shilling, but when you compare us to other chains, there actually is a superpower. We say it every month that on this journey there actually really is this thing, and I don't know what factors led to all of these people being thrown together. You have it though, is my point. Like, if you're the foundation, you have a really awesome community for whatever that led us all here and to have this really cool thing. Don't fucking take advantage of it. Don't. Oh man, dude, I really feel like if you guys
let's get this straight, right? Like the reason they were created and the reason they supposedly exist is for that very purpose, right? To support the community and to try to propagate it and to help more people see the cool stuff that's going on here on Say. So in my opinion, if you're getting paid for that, you should be absolutely on your game, especially when you look at the community and how put together it is organically, as we've always said, grassroots, right? Like, if you're going to be trying to do something and you see S3 doing everything they're doing to fucking put a cool fucking event together, why was the support that not there? Because I guess in the most critical moment, it lacked, and it was nowhere to be seen, and that's unfortunate, man. I don't know if that's something that's going to be reviewed or not, but obviously the purpose was not served this weekend, which was to support you guys that were showing up and had all these really cool plans and things to do to fucking network. And I'm sorry you had to go through that, man.
And look, you have people flying, like we talked about, 2,000 miles. Like, these people are
on their own dime. On their own dime.
Yeah,
on their own dime. You know how few community members will do that for other spaces, for other projects? It's insanity.
Yeah, and 100%. Like, I'm like an hour, a little bit more than an hour away, and like, if I would have been canceled, I would have been pissed. You know, I got, luckily I made it very early because I was going with my wife. She had her ticket canceled kind of last minute, so but I was able to get on that first shuttle and make it into the villa. But like, if I would have been in that shuttle for an hour with not knowing if I'm going to get in or not, can I go back, I would have been pissed. And it was only an hour drive, right? So I could fully understand people that flew in from other countries, even flew in within the U.S. You're coming out to an event, and this was supposed to be the world, but it is what it is.
I don't even want to let them off the hook with the event, though, because you could have worked with these people outside of the event on any other day and met them or hosted something small. It doesn't have to be an official event. You could have just had coffee with them.
They did do a brunch. They did do a brunch.
If there was a D Gods Fuckers event in the city you live in, a basketball thing, would you not pull up? Like...
No,
it's crazy to me.
You motherfuckers,
they live here.
I would have.
Yeah, they live here, bro. Like, come on. Fuckers versus D-Gods basketball event. Like, you got to be there. You're the fucking head of NFTs. And I like Tommy. Tommy's great in person. Like, I hung out with Tommy at Permissionless, but like, where the fuck was he, bro? Like, what?
Yeah. I think a lot of this stuff can be used constructively too. Like, you have community members. I've always said this. Whenever we have these combos. It's probably the best thing about Say What is that it is kind of that microphone for a lot of the community to get up here and just talk about it and work through things. So I don't want this to come off like I'm just shitting on shit to shit on it. I just want things to be better. We want things to be
shitting on shit to shit on
and as awesome as possible. Let's go to Froggy, who's had his hand raised for a while here. He's been waiting to be brought in. Froggy, what's up, sir? GM. No music today.
Yeah, that's all good. All good. Good. How you guys are doing? Good. I hope. Other than I wasn't in Miami. I wish I could go. I didn't go. I want to go to the next Say event. But yeah, it sounds like the logistics weren't the best. It sounds like the team kind of fumbled a little bit. I mean, just from what I've been sitting here listening the whole time and just soaking it all up, and kind of like what Roy's saying, like. If the event's in your home, like if I was hosting a party at my house for y'all, like I'm gonna be the first one there. Like I don't know. Like you have to show up. Like showing up's the most important thing. And I don't care who's here, who's listening. Like you should be ashamed of yourself. If you're a member of Say in events in your hometown, you should be ashamed of yourself for not showing up. Like you should be in here up on this stage apologizing to the community that you didn't show up. Like it's sad.
To be fair, I think he did.
It's sad and pathetic that you run a business and won't show up for people that spent thousands of dollars, flew 14 hours across an ocean, and they can't get into the event. It's just. I mean, I understand what Chris D was saying too, and he was treated great, and he got to sleep in the master bedroom. But like, that's good, but that doesn't excuse like. The actions of Say, the foundation, like when you have Shisho showing up and spending more money and trying to help more people than the organization that's putting on the show, there's a problem. And any adult here that has ever ran their own business or had a startup of any kind, you should be ashamed of putting on such a spectacle. And as Q said, there's a lot to be learned from this, 100%. And hopefully they do learn, but talk is cheap. There's been a whole lot of talking going on. Like, let's get some actions. Like, actions will always speak way louder than words. Like, I know this is a space where everyone uses their words to convey things, but at the end of the day, I could say like whatever I want, and no one's gonna buy Froggy if I don't do anything. Like, do some action, or like, for example, like if you're Say Foundation, like, and you got a single individual that hasn't even been treated probably the best on the network, shilling out money for all this, trying to treat everybody up, and then you got your own people who own thousands of dollars. I don't even want to get it, but you have all these people who support you day in, day out on socials. They showed up in person, and then you're not going to fork up money and like show up and coordinate the event. And then the last thing, like Nifty and Biggie were saying, like the logistics of the thing. Like if you're gonna go to a football game, they have parking, they have underground tunnel, they have like that should have all been sorted out beforehand. If they needed more parking, they should have had it. If they needed transportation to and from, they should have had it. Like, you can't excuse that. You knew these people were coming. It wasn't like a surprise birthday party or something. Like, I can't speak enough that I think it's amazing that everybody made merch. I think it sucks that you guys went down there and didn't get to fully show everything off. You didn't get to show off your NFTs. You didn't get to show off. I feel like it sucks that you got to a basketball game and everybody was on the other team was like 7 foot tall. I feel like you got shafted and you still made the best of it. And I'm proud of everybody up here for that. I've heard some positive things from you guys, and this community is literally so great. Like, you guys are such a good community, and that's the thing that has me fired up right now. If Say is going to say, well, we're always community first, the reason we don't do this is for community, and we're community that, well, then show up for the community. Like, you got to show
up. Froggy, absolutely fantastic, sir. We're going to continue having this convo, folks. I love the explanation or the example of the basketball game being like an allegory for the weekend. Like, you guys got shit on, you still powered through. You see, I love that, dude. I love
Bro, at the basketball game, it was great because, like, anytime fuckers were doing some awesome shit, anytime we scored a point, and some motherfuckers going, yeah, right? And there was, like, not that, like, togetherness of the D-Gods community, like, actually. And by the time we left there, we were getting D-Gods to you're with us, and fucking we're following up with the fuckers. Love the stickers, love the merch, love the S3 shirts. People were coming up to Roy being like, yo, y'all got that S3 Miami shirt over here? Like, what the fuck? Like these motherfuckers, when you have the positive, like, energy, and you resonate that, which the way on Say, because Say eventually realized, oh, bro, we don't even work, like, the marketing we're doing doesn't even matter. Let's double down on community-driven business development, because they recognize how real all of us motherfuckers are and how much of the heavy lifting we're doing when it comes in terms of onboarding, getting motherfuckers to come here, and not only come here and put their money here, but stick around. The community is part of the stickiness factor of why Say can be successful. And it's like, and if you don't really lean into that and go a little bit extra mile of, like, I don't know, communication, grab my phone number, call me when I land. Like if there is an event going on and we do want it to be successful, you don't think everybody here that runs a project on your network wants to be a little bit involved behind the scenes, if we can be, to make this a super smash and a super successful event? Because guaranteed, man, if I would have gotten any inside information, if I would have been told, hey, there's a half hour that you can show up to prior to the Magic Eden event to set up all of your stuff, I would be there, right? But there wasn't that. There were no directions. We were left to our own devices, which is fine, because that's how it is in the world. You got to show up, figure out how to get there, and make it fucking happen. So, I don't know. Shout out to everyone who did it.
Well, you guys are absolutely grizzled vets at this point, right? Like, if you've been on the in the Say ecosystem for 8 to 10 months, you understand that things can go awry and how to make the best of that situation as that kind of community, right? And it's crazy, man, because we have the community talk, and I am one of those that hates that word, right? Because when it's used in, like, the broader crypto sense, people take advantage of it. It's fully bastardized. But when I use it here on Say, it actually means something. There are actual communities in crypto, and we are definitely one of them. Take care of that. Pour gasoline on that. This should be required listening for the Say Foundation folks. And there are a lot of people doing, great work at the Say Foundation too. Every, interaction that I've had with Chad up to this point has been pretty solid and very good. I think he's doing some good work. But this episode should be required listening for even Jay. Like, I don't mean to be like that up front, but like, do you know what's happening on the ground right now with your community and how they feel and how they were treated, or feel a certain type of way? So I just hope we can move forward from it and do it.
And did you know that it's not the first fumble, right? Also, because how many times are you going to cheer little Timmy on until you have to break it to them that maybe they're not cut out for this sport? I don't know who's handling stuff there, but like the fact that Roy is bringing it up on stage right now, and he's always very political when it comes to these things, is very alarming, because we've been here for a whole year and this is not the first fumble. How many fumbles are you going to allow before you bench somebody? And I'm sorry if I have to fucking say it that way, but what's going on?
In a very critical time frame too, right? You're looking at timing. You're looking at being in a bull market. Like, that's one of the things that I look at this.
Wow. So it's all kicking off on Say What. Head over to Say What Show on X if you want to listen into that a little bit more. I'm going to head out now. I've got other things to record and get ready for the Corp Academy stuff. I hope you enjoyed watching me create some cats for my next activity pack. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I'll take care, everyone. I'll see you next time.